See? Oh my God. God forbid the show should get that kind of promotion. Is there any way I can get a football game in here when he comes back? When he comes back, can I get a football game in here? I don't care which one. You can wait. Beautiful. We'll look at it. Ooh. I'm going to stay away from Silhouette. All right, guys, let's knock it out of here.
America First shows what putting America First actually looks like in terms of our relations with the nearly 200 countries around the globe. The book takes the entire world and breaks it down, showing where America's interests lie and, just as important, where they don't. Enter to win a copy of America First at am970theanswer.com. That's am970theanswer.com. Syria demands withdrawal of foreign troops, including the U.S., from its country immediately, while inviting refugees back with the promise of war.
Jeff Lax.
Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Mual, a fluent translator, told world leaders meeting at the United Nations that countries which did not support Bashar al-Assad's government needed to get out of Syria. Occupying forces and will be dealt with accordingly. That would not be welcome to take part in rebuilding Syria. It is high time for all those detached from reality to wake up. Let go of their fantasies. Come to their senses. He also vehemently restates his denials that his country used chemical weapons during the war, although international investigators found otherwise. Julie Walker, New York.
Breaking news and analysis at
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we should keep an eye out tonight on David Wright's final at bat.
Yes. Big check.
Thank you, Jeff.
Government says handheld product typically at a walk.
Ha
Check out more on these stories by logging on to townhall.com. It's Saturday evening. Time for Talking Sports, brought to you by Atlantic Health System. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
It is Saturday evening, and we are talking sports right here on AM 970. The Answer, WNYM. I'm John Friedman. James Simeone is on the other side of the glass. James, how are you?
Phenomenal.
That's great, Chuck. Is our call screener. Charles, how are you? I'm doing great. Lots to talk about in the next 2 hours. You bring it, we'll talk about it. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, we're streaming the show. Go to am970theanswer.com, click on that red Listen Live button, and you'll get us on your mobile device, laptop, etc., and enjoy the show on the World Wide Web. Lots to cover in the next 2 hours, including a big day in college football. Chuck will update us throughout the show with scores and finals. Baseball division races have come down to the final weekend. We'll look at that and the upcoming playoff picture. Is Tiger back? We'll discuss. Later in the show, we'll look at the rest of the games for Week 4 of the NFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Soccer, your calls and other sports news. And speaking of calls, give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999, Models.com. Also, for those of you who like to see the show visually, we're streaming. If you go to Facebook and type in Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman, it's live, it's public, you'll get it easy right there. The same thing on YouTube. Just type in Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman. It's live, it's public also. So, I want to start the show. We got a lot to go over tonight. There's so many things going on, but quickly, I just wanted to start off with two items this week I walked away with that people have talked about, but just wanted to give my 2 cents. First of all, let's talk about Jacob deGrom. Okay, there's no doubt about it. And saw people today, and they were talking. Should he not get the Cy Young? There's no doubt that he should get the Cy Young award. Matter of fact, in his last starts, he got his ERA down to 1.70, Major League best 1.70. Baseball's third best since 1996. Allowed just 2 hits and no walks while striking out 10 and becoming the first pitcher since 1990 to have over 260 strikeouts. With 50 walks and fewer 10 home runs, only giving up 10 home runs, and a sub 2-point ERA. The guy is amazing, and somebody pointed out to me today that if Jacob deGrom, and don't take it so literally, there's something I'm missing in this, but had he gotten 3 or more runs in all of his starts this year, his record would have been well over 20 wins, and it makes sense. So that being the case shows that he even deserves the award even more because he's on a lousy team, not a good defensive team, and when that's part of the factors, and your ERA ends up being 1.70 with the amount of innings that you've pitched, it's a no-brainer. Now, to me, it's a little different than, like I've said it before, I'm not a believer in an MVP candidate in baseball being on a last-place team. It always bothered me when Andre Dawson was the MVP of the National League on the last-place Cubs that were 25 games under 500. Just didn't make sense. But as an individual, deGrom is dominating, and you know what? It was nice that it was the Atlanta Braves that were in town for him to finish up the year on a strong note against a good team in the National League. So that boded very well for him, and I think it's a no-brainer. And I think most of you and most of Mets fans will agree, and most of baseball fans are going to agree. The other thing that really impressed me last week, and yeah, it was the story on Sunday night, was Tiger Woods. You know, when you go through what Tiger went through from a mental standpoint with the whole shenanigans and mishigas with his wife, right, which was good 6-7 years ago, it was a while back, between that and, everything he went through, his father passing away, injuries, from back injuries to knee injuries, from rehabs, to do what he did last Sunday. And it was creeping. It was coming. As you saw over the weeks, he'd give you a good week and hang in there. Then the next week he'd fall apart. Good week, kind of hanging in there. It was a little inconsistent, but he found his way at East Lake Country Club in Atlanta last weekend. And what a picture that was as he's coming down that fairway with the photographers behind him. And as you said to me today, James, you couldn't even find Tiger because it was just so many people.
That was one of the most it's a photo. I think Darren Rebell for ESPN.
Yeah.
He had a photo, and it was just the biggest crowd of people I've ever seen for golf. Golf is when Tiger's up, not lately, but beforehand, you see the red shirt and just a sea of people.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even find Tiger. It was incredible.
Well, what's great for golf now is that the field is so good. You don't know from week to week who's going to win in the PGA. That's how good it is. And the competition wasn't nearly what it is today when Tiger was dominating. Not even close. Oh, yeah. So it's a kudos to him. And, golf going into next summer, let's say Tiger stays in shape and everything works out for him and things start to get golf next summer. It's a shame. He needed this year to get to this point, obviously. But golf next summer is just going to be a doozy. The Masters is going to be a doozy. And even this little him and Phil thing going in Vegas is going to get... this is going to... People are going to be watching. I still won't pay for it, but it's still exciting and great for golf. And a really great thing for golf. So those are the two people that stood out for me this week. And the other thing is, nobody on Sunday was paying attention to golf. With NFL going on, it wasn't until later in the day it comes across on the bottom line. Yeah, Tiger's still alive. He's still alive today. Yeah, he did well. And, like any other sport, golf is about confidence. A batter, a shooter, whatever it is, it's all about confidence. So, all right, so we got a lot to do tonight. We got Major League Baseball. Who's going to win the Western Division in the National League? Who's going to win the Central Division in the National League? Are we going to have playoffs on Monday before we have playoffs? We're going to find out. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 870-970-2999. James is behind the glass, and so is Chuck. We'll be right back.
You remember the number.
I'm going to come back, talk a little bit about Syracuse, get out the phone number, and then go to you guys for scores.
Back in 15 seconds.
Just make sure my mic's on.
Impaired drivers take lives.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee, prepared in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
All right, we're talking sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. All right, just a few quick programming things. First of all, how about the Syracuse Orangemen today? Although they lost to Clemson down in Clemson, South Carolina, they gave it a fight. They really gave it a fight, and proud of them. They go to 4-1. I know you heard that. Syracuse listeners and alumni heard that right here on 970 earlier today. And don't forget, tomorrow on 970, I believe at 1 o'clock, you'll have the Miami Dolphins for all you Dolphin fans out there in the New York City area and the local tri-state area. You'll have the Dolphins against the Patriots right here on AM 970. The Answer, I believe, at 1 o'clock. I'll double check that. Don't forget, later in the show, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your business and personal insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. So I'll tell you what, we got so much going on in baseball with all the pennant races, the two of them specifically, and a few situations with the wild card in the National League, along with college football. So I'll tell you what, let me quickly go over the top 10 from Tuesday from college football, and then we'll go from there. You got Auburn at number 10, Penn State at number 9, who's playing right now, Notre Dame at number 8, Stanford at number 7, Oklahoma at number 6, LSU at number 5, Ohio State at number 4, Clemson at number 3, Johnny's Georgia Bulldogs at number 2, and the Alabama Crimson Tide is in the 1 spot. So, Chuck, let's get them updated on what's happening on college football, some finals today, what's going on now, and also we'll take a look at Major League Baseball and how today's shaking out.
All right, Johnny. So, the Michigan Wolverines, who are ranked 14th in the country, scored 20 unanswered points to come back and beat Northwestern.
Wow.
As you mentioned, Penn State is up 3-0 on number 4, Ohio State. Notre Dame is up by a touchdown over Stanford with 9 seconds left in the third. Alabama is rolling over Louisiana Lafayette 56-14.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me just interrupt you here for 2 seconds. One, I just want, because I don't want to forget this. So, Rutgers gets blown out by Buffalo, right? Army plays Buffalo and blows Buffalo out, right? Now all I want to do, and I saw this earlier today, they were tied. I want to see later, I want to see what Virginia Commonwealth was doing today after they beat Virginia Tech. Was it? Yeah, so, and I saw that they were playing today. Go ahead, Chuck, sorry.
Your Georgia Bulldogs beat Tennessee 38-12.
They kind of struggled, but by the way, they did not cover. Georgia did not cover today. Well, and they, when I was watching, they were having trouble with Tennessee's pass rush. Fromm had fumbled twice on getting sacked.
Except one bounce to the
Yeah. It bounces up and he goes for a 40-yard touchdown. Oh, and after what happened with Tennessee last weekend, yeah.
Did you also see the kick?
Yeah.
The kick, where the kick was a fumbled snap. You had to pull back.
A blooper.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chuck, sorry.
The Oklahoma Sooners beat Baylor 66-33. Number 12, West Virginia beat 42-34. And the undefeated University of Central Florida Golden Knights beat Pittsburgh 45-14.
Nice.
Boys are making a real statement after what they did last year.
Hey, it's a good program.
It is a good
I told you it's a good program. So, and also tonight, I don't know if my youngest is listening, who goes to the University of Arizona. They got a big game at home tonight against USC. Your USC Trojans. Look, you better look out for that Arizona quarterback.
Does he go to the games? Is he at the game?
He goes to games. Oh yeah, he goes to games and he leaves after the first quarter.
Smart.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, he goes to the games and should be so. All right. So what about baseball? What's happening? You were telling me we got 4 teams that are vying for come to final Sunday, and we could be playing.
But unfortunately, the Cardinals are now eliminated from the postseason because the Dodgers won today over the Giants.
Good. I hate the Cardinals. They're the Yankees of the National League. I don't like them.
So now the Dodgers have clinched the playoff spot, and they're still vying for the division. But Colorado is currently scoreless against the Nationals. That game just got underway.
So wait. So if Colorado loses tonight, do the Dodgers win the division?
No.
They're tied right now. Are they? They're half game ahead. The Dodgers
The Dodgers are a half game behind the Rockies.
are a half game behind. Got it. Right. Oh man, this is beautiful. Beautiful. And my team, the Braves, they play the winner of those. So someone's pitching might get whatever if they have to have a 1 game thing. See, Johnny's thinking macro. Yeah, sorry.
Are down 3-2 right now to the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. So that has implications on the NL Central.
And by the way, how ridiculous is it that this is why you can't have interleague baseball? You can't have them playing the Detroit Tigers, an American League team, in the last weekend of this. I got to get rid of it, and they got to be playing within their division in September. I mean, this is crazy, and it's even worse that they're losing to the Tigers. Never works out the way it's supposed to.
Johnny, if Brewers win Cubs for the division lead,
Right, right.
it's going to be huge.
Crazy. I love it. Please, both divisions finish in a tie so we even have even extra baseball. That would just be fabulous. Really, really great. All right, so later in the show, we'll take a look at the playoffs. We'll talk about the Yankees. Who's going to pitch game 1 for them? And I don't know. I have a feeling Oakland may come in here loosey-goosey. But besides the uniforms, Chuck, they may come in loosey-goosey with...
I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, 1 game playoff, anything can happen. I bet you'll want the wild card after Wednesday to be a 3 game series.
Now that the game is in the Bronx, then if they would have had to travel all the way out to Oakland.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so when we come back, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Eric Reed back in the NFL. We'll talk Colin Kaepernick back in the news. We'll pick our games for the NFL. I still think I'm in first place. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 877-970-2999, models.com. We'll be right back.
Have you ever had a legal question pertaining to elder law or estate law? During Kevin McCullough Radio, you'll hear from Mike Connors and Sullivan, attorneys at law, answering a real listener's actual question. Simply email the question to Mike Connors at askmikeconnors@gmail.com. You can also call 718-238-6500. Make sure that you listen to Mike Connors and Ask the Lawyer Saturday mornings at 8 on AM 570 The Mission.
What are we going to do, baseball? You guys want to continue talking baseball a little bit, or no? You want to go right into football, college? What do you want?
Go into it. It's up to you, man. What do you feel comfortable with right now?
I'm trying to think what I want to do here.
15 seconds.
All right, I'll come up with something.
Business Breakfast on October 11th at the Wanacue Academic Center. Join Joe Piscopo for a live broadcast. And here's Steve Alabama's panel on building relationships, featuring Mitchell Modell of Modell Sporting Goods. Get free tickets today on 970theanswer.com.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's. Call me line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Don't forget, on the bottom half of the second hour, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty, which is brought to you by B&B Metro. For all of your business and insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. So the baseball playoffs could be really great when you have something like that, when, and everybody could complain about people aren't watching baseball. They're trending away and heading toward lacrosse and all that kind of stuff. When you end up having some playoff games before the playoff games, the interest becomes so intense, and baseball playoffs are the most intense playoffs from a pitch by pitch standpoint. Every pitch, every error, every hit, every bunt, every sacrifice, it all matters. It's not like the regular season. It totally is, and that's what's so great, especially obviously on TV if you watch it. But if you're in the stadium, and I've been to many postseason games, in the stadium is nerve-wracking. You're literally on the edge of your seat, and it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So, Chuck, with your Yankees, you were talking, who would go game one? Who'd go only this wild card game in a must-win situation on the mound?
So there's no guaranteed answer yet. They haven't come out and said we're gonna have this guy start. There's a lot of people saying that Hack could start the game and possibly go 3 or 4 innings, and then have guys like Severino come in for 2 innings and things like that.
Hey, and the reason why I'm saying that is because when you don't know who you've got set up to go one, and how about CC Sabathia this week? And I'm going to share this. I'm going to share that story in a little bit that I shared with you earlier. That he's teaching these kids. You go throw at our guys, and I'm on the mound. I've got a responsibility. This is called baseball. And we just going back even to the Ronald Acuna thing early in the year. You get plucked, you're going to get plucked. That's just how it worked. Next guy up. So I was telling you a story earlier. In 1989, the Braves had traded Dale Murphy to the Phillies, right? Next season's up. The Braves or this is in 90. So in 91, the Braves are late in August, and they're playing the Phillies. They've got their thing together, and they're in a pennant race. And someone on the Braves intentionally gets plucked by a Phillies at Veterans Stadium. Glavin's on the mound. Inning ends. Who's up to bat for the Phillies next? But Atlanta Brave great Dale Murphy is up to bat. What did Glavin do? He threw the first one away, and then the next one, he plucked him in the tushy. Now, that was Dale Murphy, his teammate, somebody he probably looked up to all those years. But, hey, you do what you got to do in baseball, and it teaches these young kids on both teams the way it's done, and this is baseball. It's protocol. How about that? You can call it protocol. So, enough of the, if you don't want to wear a dress in baseball and you're the next guy up, don't be in baseball. You're going to get plucked, deal with it, and do what Brandon Emo does and run down to first. So anyway, should be a good one. And, what happens if there's all these let's just say there's some division games to decide who wins the division. Does it push back, for example, the NLDS? Does it push back stuff here? Obviously it's got to if things, for travel reasons it may have to. I'm assuming. I don't know. We're going to have to look into that.
Yeah, we might.
They would have to play Monday, the tiebreaking game. The wild card for the NL would be moved back to Wednesday.
Got it. Right. So there you go. And, and that could help teams too, by the way, in regards to who's up next to pitch. So interesting thing. And this is what makes baseball so beautiful. But so from a Yankee standpoint, they don't have a guy. All right, you're the guy, you're going. My point is, why wouldn't they go with, and maybe because they don't have confidence. Like, is Sonny Gray, could he go? I don't know. What happened? What happened for him? What happened to him?
Where was he? He was with the A's before that.
Yeah. He reminded me of Tim Hudson, that guy, when he was on his game.
I guess it was something where they saw a decent amount of him with the A's, and I just think when you're with the A's, there's zero pressure playing for the A's. There never has.
All right, so if he goes and gets traded in the offseason, goes and plays somebody, he could still be successful.
But if he goes to, let's go to the Twins, for example.
Right.
He could probably be a successful pitcher.
Why what it is he still has good stuff, but it's all just in his head.
He's like that guy they got from San Diego back in the 80s. I'll think of his name, who couldn't pitch in New York. All right, you're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. We're going to pick NFL games. We're going to talk NHL. We're going to talk NBA. We got it all. We'll be right back. When we come back, we should just update college scores again, if we can.
Update college scores.
If we can. Or if you guys want to wait a little. Oh, he's got a caller. Oh, I see we got a caller.
Also, I got an update here. You know Christian Yelich for the Brewers?
Yeah.
He's just one home run and 3 RBI shy of the Triple Crown.
You got to mention that.
Yeah.
By the way, he's the MVP of the National League.
Well, that's what, I mean, that's kind of the thing, is like, he's the MVP.
Him and Ronald Acuna.
Yeah. I think Yelich probably gets MVP. I mean, guaranteed MVP.
No doubt.
Home run in the 3.
No doubt. So after the call, after I go to the call, we'll update college football. Does that give you enough time? I always suggest, as Facebook and YouTube, you can't hear the callers here, and you can't hear me conversing with my guys here. So if you go to am970theanswer.com, you'll hear the whole thing. I suggest that.
Services of Whippany, New Jersey, in the heart of Morris County, is your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports. We all know the secret to the best Italian food is the sauce. And no one has sauce as good as Michael's of Brooklyn. Their sauce is made from scratch, using only the best ingredients. Don't take our word for it. Stop at any of your local supermarkets and pick up a jar, or listen to the Joe Piscopo Morning Show every Wednesday for a chance to win a whole case of Michael's delicious, authentic, and fresh sauce. You can also enter online at AM970.
Yep.
That's AM970theanswer.com. Good luck.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. We got James Simeone behind the glass. We got Chuck as our call screener. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's calling line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, don't forget, at the bottom half of the second hour, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your business and personal insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. And speaking of the phone lines, let's go to the Gotta Go to Mo's phone lines and go to Joey in Brooklyn. You're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Hey, John.
How are you? How are you, Joey? Thanks for listening. Thank you.
Fun show, and I love the football picks.
Ah, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, when you guys make the football picks.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah.
Ed Whitson.
Yeah, Ed Whitson. There you go. Thank you. That was the guy who couldn't pitch.
The car out of the parking lot to get
Yeah, but I don't think the Sonny Gray thing is that bad, is it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed Whitson. It's funny. Yeah, thank you for getting me that. I couldn't.
Yeah, I just knew that because I John, I agree 100%. The interleague baseball, Detroit, and playing in September. Come on.
Yeah,
Head to head.
absolutely.
It also hurts the World Series.
It absolutely did. You know what?
Novelty.
The sexiness of interleague baseball has left. But besides New York against New York, LA against LA, and Chicago against Chicago, that's it. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Detroit Detroit.
Yeah.
9 guys you never heard of.
And to make it worse, they're losing to Detroit.
John.
Yeah.
And that's a funny one. Losing.
That's
John.
yeah.
The CC Sabathia issue with the
Yeah.
obviously know about it.
Yeah.
Listen, the guy throws the ball about 98 miles an hour over Romein's head.
Oh yeah.
Sabathia comes out. He's the first guy to come out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and he's not thinking this at the time, and everybody, they're talking about, reading about. At the end of the day, whether he's not thinking he's giving up money when he does that, because he's thinking about protecting a teammate. That's all he's thinking. But that just shows you that the guy is a baseball player, and there's protocol, and you do the right thing.
And you know something? They should pay him the money.
And I think I read that he may be getting paid the money from the Yankees, but.
That game was a coast. He had that coasted in. He protected his player like he always does.
Yeah.
The first guy out of the dugout, so I knew what was going to happen. He threw over. He could have killed him.
The young whippersnappers on each, and the young whippersnappers in each dugout learned a lesson that day. Both rosters. Yeah.
You know something? Sometimes these guys, they don't get it. An inside fastball, they get pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Or the strike on the corner, they get pissed off. But what CC Sabathia did, he should get the money.
Yeah, I hope so, and
Give him the money.
and hopefully he can.
George would have.
That's that's a great example. George he wouldn't have given him 500. He'd give him a little bonus at 800. Absolutely right.
Just wanted to go over that and talk to you.
Great.
Great show. Maybe I'll call next week.
Okay, great, and we'll have your NFL picks in just a little later in the show. Thanks for listening.
I'm going to hear what you guys have to say.
You got it. Thanks a lot. All right, give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's calling line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, programming notes, just so you know, again, if you're a Miami Dolphin fan in the metropolitan area, or you're a New England Patriot fan, which obviously there are plenty of those around here in the metro, you'll get the game tomorrow from Foxborough, right here on AM 970, The Answer here in New York City. So, should be a doozy. Hey, did you see this week in the NFL, before we get into picks, that Eric Reed got he got picked up by the Carolina Panthers? Matter of fact, the Atlanta Falcons were considering bringing him on, and they didn't. But it's interesting. Does Kaepernick now get picked up with this happening? No.
This was 100% strictly a football move by Carolina. I'll tell you,
So they say.
Carolina's original owner would not allow this.
No doubt. No doubt.
But as far as it looks, I think Eric Reed was talented.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He got a bad deal, raw deal, getting booted from San Francisco and not had because of kneeling. He's coming to Carolina. That's a decent defensive team. He's going to come in and play well. I think this actually helps Carolina with him.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming he won't be active tomorrow when they play.
Well, what was he? He came in last week, right? Beginning of.
Did he? I didn't see the contract terms. Did he get a decent deal or like a minimum or something? I wonder if he got like the minimum.
You gotta assume the minimum, right?
Could be. All right, Chuck, update us if you can, just quickly on some college football. See what's going on if you can. Anything interesting going on? I have it on the studio here. Penn State and Ohio State, but I don't see a score here. But go ahead.
Well, John, Stanford was tied with Notre Dame 14-14 with 7:30 left in the second. Penn State is now up 6-0 over Ohio State with 11:18 left in the
Yeah,
second.
absolutely. Yeah.
Number 22, Duke is down by 10 at half to the Virginia Tech Hokies. 23, ranked Mississippi State is down by 4 to Florida in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, that's Mississippi State. That's they need to get back on track.
Great. And the Auburn Tigers are up 11 over Southern Miss, and they're about to kick off to start the second.
Oh, that Southeastern Conference. All right, so when we get back, we're going to take a look at NFL football. We'll start picking games. We'll talk about the NHL later in the show. Devils are about to get underway. Rangers, Islanders, a lot of other things. Matter of fact, James, we'll talk about. I'm going to go over the record on Thursday Night Football for the road teams. Not very good. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. We'll be right back. Well, that's the reason to buy it.
Code the answer to receive a 50% discount on your first preferred whole health system and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Again, use discount code the answer.
Like AM 970 The Answer? Then don't forget to like us on Facebook. Interact with us. Share your thoughts about your favorite shows. Give feedback to our hosts. Share your opinion on hot topics. Learn about events and more. AM970TheAnswer.com.
Don't miss the new afternoon drive show, Cats at Night, with John Catsimatidis. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. exclusively on AM 970 The Answer.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. All right, so I was going through some things in the NFL this week, and before we kind of pick games, I wanted to go over a few things with you guys. So we're going to play this little game here, and it's going to be called Getting Traded or Not Getting Traded, right? All right, so I went through some, the NFL likes to throw out some sprinkle of guys who could get traded. There's never any trades in the NFL, but they like to play off Major League Baseball's trade deadline and get you excited for absolutely nothing to happen, all right? So let's start off with Le'Veon Bell. Gets traded or doesn't get traded? Traded, okay. Okay, fine, he gets traded. Let me give you another one. Nick Foles, does he get traded? Does not get traded. Okay, hold on now. Here's a guy I never even really. The Shaq Lawson of the Buffalo Bills. Does he get traded? He seems like he's a disappointment. No, he does not. Okay. How about O.J. Howard of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Does not get traded. All right. They're just reporting this. How about the Indianapolis Colts tight end Jack Doyle? Does he get traded? He's staying. Okay. You notice I haven't given any votes on this because I don't. Yeah, well, because I don't know if I don't even know. And how about this one? How about this? I'm going to give a vote. This is not happening. Tevin Coleman of the Atlanta Falcons, who's a free agent. Well, the Falcons are in a tough spot, and here's why. Devonta Freeman's hurt, not playing again this week. He's got a big old monster contract. Coleman and Devonta had some concussion issues. Coleman's a free agent. What do they do? You think they'll trade Coleman? Wow. I think he'll return. I'm concerned about his health. Okay. Interesting. Interesting point. How about this? Houston Texans safety Teron Matteau, the guy from LSU. Yeah, the Honey Badger. Exactly. He's going to stay. He's with Houston. I guess it didn't work out with the Arizona Cardinals.
I would say that if Houston, I mean, they're at 0-3 right now, but if they keep it,
Yeah, and we'll go back to I picked them to be 0-3, by the way. Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Dante Fowler Jr. Well, yes.
they won't let him walk at the end of the year for nothing.
The walk from him, I'm staying with that team.
Well, listen, it's going where the money goes. They don't look at it like you do. It's payday, and who wants to give me the biggest payday? That's how that works. All right. That's the difference with my age and you guys' age. You'll learn. You're going to learn how this works. All right, here's a good one. Very interesting one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Jameis Winston.
How long is he up for a contract?
Well, no, but they're not going to trade him. Okay, all right. Chuck? No, you don't know? Not trading him. Okay, and let's see what else we got here. Let's see. And we talked about Le'Veon Bell, so that would all right. So those were some of the guys that. And again, there's never any trades. There was one trade in the NFL. It was Eric Dickerson years ago, and that was a long time ago. So anyway, I'll tell you what. We'll hold off. We'll hold off after. When's our next break? At 50 here. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Can we go to a break? Let's go to a break now. Let's go to a break, and when we come back, we'll dive into NFL picks. We got a lot of them. Who's gonna buy the pizza? Looks like it could be me. More than happy to do it. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. Models.com. We got a lot more to do. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I have the picks that we made last week. You want to go over those, or do you want to make new ones, or do you want to?
Oh no, no. We're gonna do new ones.
Okay, well, do you want to take the new ones for the next hour and go over win-loss this week, or what?
Well, I just don't know if people care about last week.
I don't
So,
think they do.
but just total who's winning.
Okay, well, I can give you this week only. I don't have to.
Yeah, just this week's fine. Chuck fell through on that one.
Major charge your back. John.
Oh.
Thank you.
No problem.
Come back in 15.
And David Wright got a pulled from the game.
Why? He got hurt? All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give me this call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Later in the show, we'll talk about the Jimmy Butler thing is still going on, of where he may be getting traded. Also, did you see this week in hockey that a Flyer, Philadelphia Flyers forward Jori Laterra has reportedly been questioned by police in Finland regarding allegation he was involved in a cocaine ring. According to Frank Servavelli of TSN, the Finnish news service, he reported and had denied any wrongdoing. The 30-year-old Laterra is set to enter his fifth NHL season. Wow, that's some big news there. And also some sad news. Did you read where the LSU basketball player, I'm trying to find that note, was killed in a restaurant in Louisiana this weekend? Terrible. I don't know if it was like a drive-by shooting or whatever it was. It was crazy. So, all right, James, so fill us in. Who's doing what here? How did we do last week?
Now, I'm looking at it. It looks like you are actually.
You look at me like you're surprised.
It's just that, I mean, look, I'm excited that I'm going to get free pizza, but.
You know what I am?
Tried last
You,
week,
you know,
I don't think
yeah, right. But you know what I am? I'm a wily veteran.
that's the thing. Gearing up the wild card.
That's funny. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We've got on the Gotta Go to Mo's calling line. Let's go to Dave in Franklin Square. Dave, you're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Oh, thank you very much. When you look at Sonny Gray, when he starts, he thinks too much, and that's what gets him in trouble. He's not a bad pitcher in relief. With relief, he doesn't really have to think. He just throws the ball, and he does a rather nice job out there.
Makes a lot of sense, right? And there's a lot of hype when you're from a small market and you come to a big market and have to be. Sometimes it affects you. I mean, and a change of scenery again may help him. But I didn't think it was as bad as the Ed Whitson thing, back in the '80s. But it's a shame because supposedly he's a really good pitcher.
Well, again, Oakland has it's a rather spacious stadium, so you've got a lot of foul lines and a lot of space in the foul area. Maybe that might contribute to getting through the lineup a little easier, which is also a pretty good thing for the Yankees. Is as a home run hitting team, they probably would not have fared that well out in Oakland.
Right.
To the confines of Yankee Stadium.
So who do you think the Yankees may go with on Wednesday?
Well, the problem, the issue is the catcher. If you're going to put Sanchez in there, you can't have pitchers like
Because his defense. Yeah.
Severino.
Yeah.
Because he's totally confused. So what you've got to do is you've got to have a pitcher that keeps the ball up in the zone, and that would indicate to me that it's going to be Jay Happ.
And Sanchez is not a good defensive catcher, so you need defense, especially in a one-game situation.
Yeah, I'm saying the other pitchers would have a tendency to trip him up.
Right.
His ability. So, one pass ball, and again, the one that's going to hurt the Yankees is if they get to Boston, is Boston's ability to steal bases. And the Yankees have to get a catcher back there. Sanchez has a good arm, but he gets confused a lot. And Romine's got a pretty good arm, so I think, depending on not weather conditions, but who's out there pitching, you can have Tanaka pitching a 3-hit gem, where you can have Severino. Who knows with him? He generally explodes in the first inning. That could be, you could be down 3 runs, and that's not a fun thing for, especially a visiting team like the Yankees.
So I'll tell you what, Dave, give me a prediction. Who wins Wednesday?
No, it should easily be the Yankees, only because they have a superior bench. I mean, I know the word bench is no longer part of the lexicon of baseball, but I can see the Yankees punching maybe a couple of home runs, maybe 2-3 home runs, which would be more than enough to beat a slump for the one of the better stretches Oakland team. As long as Chris Davis is not launching balls into the stands,
And
they really don't have a lot to worry about as far as their offense.
well, I also think that it will also come down to, and again, in a one-game playoff, defense. Who's going to make that extra play? Who's going to make the play that's going to be one we talk about, the next day, so to speak? I think that's going to make a big difference in this series. But I guess we'll find out.
Well, again, reliable, and I don't know Didi's status. I mean, I know he's out there, but I don't know, when he gets the first couple of balls hit to him, how he's going to be able to throw. But they do have a fallback, with Torres. So it's fun, generally, and again, I'm an older guy. The butterflies aren't there yet, so yeah, I'll have to wait till that Tuesday for the butterflies to wake up in my stomach. But again, as far as baseball, and I'm old school, there has to become an electronic strike zone. These guys are waiting for umpires to chase balls, to call balls. If there's an electronic strike zone, these guys have no one to argue with, and they are going to be swinging from their heels. That's what slows the game down.
It's a great point. It's a real good point. But then, then it comes back to they still don't got replay right in a lot of cases. So it's just one of those things. It's a shame that the human eye can't be quote unquote consistent. All right, Dave, we're gonna move on. But thank you so much for listening and thanks for the call. All right, so quickly, guys. So I'm in the lead, right, for NFL? Is that the thing? All right, so let's take a look real quick. And again, I felt real bad for you, James, after Minnesota lost to Buffalo, having to go to the Rams. But they put up a good fight with the Rams. So we won't maybe get through all of it before the break, but let's go through this, and we'll take a look. So we got, obviously, the Rams beat the Vikings. So here's a good one. We got The Jaguars are hosting the Jets tomorrow. Well, here you go. Johnny's going to take the Jets. I'm going to tell you why. I think it's a pretty big point spread, and I'm not taking anything away from Jacksonville. They're a good ball club. I think 11 days for the Jets may have made a little bit of a difference. They had a lot of football in 11 days, and now they had a break for 11 days. So you know what? I'm going to say the Jets will certainly. I think they're going to cover, but I like the Jets to win that one. Right. So, but you know, Minnesota beat Buffalo too. All right, so here's a good one. This is a great game, and it has such impact on both divisions so far. Saints, 3.5 over the Giants at the Meadowlands. At MetLife. Because of last week's win?
Part of it, but I just think that they're starting to feel it a little bit. Odell's going to have an incredibly big game.
Okay. Chuck?
I think the Saints are going to win, but only by like 10.
Well, I'm going to take the Giants because I just want the Giants to win. You know, Atlanta needs the Saints to lose, so I'm going to take the Giants to win. We got a doozy, and it's right here on AM 970 tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Patriots are hosting the Dolphins. Patriots are 7-point favorite. I'm going with the Patriots. Yep. You're going to take the Patriots. Okay. Yeah. I got it. I think that's... And the Dolphins have gotten off to a nice start at 3-0. I think we had them as fakers, though, even after they were 2-0. But I still have them as fakers. Okay. We got Colts and Texans. Colts are hosting the Texans, a 1-point favorite. I think so. I like the Colts here. Okay. Desperation. Need to get a win. And that's a good team to get a win from. Yeah, I agree. It's a good point. All right, Johnny's Atlanta Falcons. I don't know how they are. 4.5-point favorite over the Bengals at Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. I don't know how they're getting 4.5. I don't know how they are. I'm going to take the Bengals on. Atlanta can't stop anybody. You watch. Atlanta's lost. Atlanta has more guys on the IR than I think any other team in the NFL right now. You can't win that way. You can't. You know, backups are backups for a reason. I just think when you start losing guys to RI and you got to sign guys off the street, you're in trouble. All right, you got Packers. You're not going to be happy. Packers 9.5-point favorite over the Bills. I'm going to say Packers, but I got to tell you something. Bills are going to cover. I have a feeling the Bills are going to cover. All right, 9.5. All right, good. We'll take a look. We'll pick up with the Cowboys and Lions when we get back. All right. A lot more to do. Hey, I even reached out to a play-by-play guy of Major League Soccer of the Atlanta United team. I sent him a tweet tonight. They play the Red Bulls in a big game in the East in Major League Soccer right here in Harrison, New Jersey tomorrow. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. We'll be right back.
A preceding program sponsored by Marketing Ideas and Beyond, LLC. Are you a responsible person who finds...
Can you go to the generic opening now? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to raise hell on Monday. Monday is not a good day for Mary.
Creditors, you'll save thousands and become debt-free for keeps. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Call Trinity.
And you're not going to get me either.
990-69.
You're not going to get me on the opening.
No. That's fine.
No, with me talking first before.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Business breakfast is almost here. Get your free tickets and join us on Thursday, October 11th at the Wanaque Academic Center at Passaic County Community College, right off 287. Enjoy a gourmet breakfast and networking while watching a live broadcast of Joe Piscopo.
Those are good callers.
Then learn how to build business
Regulars.
relationships during our
We're going to need more than just an hour.
Liddell Sporting Goods. Joan Herman, host of Conversations with Joan, and Ace Watana Suparp of Citizens Bank. Register
El Chapo goes first, I know, and the lady goes second. El Chapo. I said to them this week, the only place you can't go is Dr. Ford. You can't go there.
Don't take shots at Dr. Ford. That's a smart move. Though at this station, they probably hug you. So.
That's so true, by the way.
Republicans to vote in November.
Just seeing everybody gather around the TV like it was a old Parsons show.
How can they, forgetting who's telling the truth, you can't question her.
It's not even you can question her. I'm just more mad that they don't even remotely believe her.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
She had nothing to gain.
that's the point. And the funny thing is, like, everyone's like, well, how come she's coming out now? Because she's going to make decisions for the rest of her life.
Because 60% of people like that don't come out.
They're afraid. It's great. It's insane.
You can
You
be
can be whatever party you want. You
gotta
gotta just be a person.
Against Democratic incumbent Joe Manchin. The second woman who came forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Supreme Court nominee
Has been
Kavanaugh
indicted.
says she will talk with investigators.
A lawyer for Deborah Ramirez says the FBI has contacted her as a part of its renewed background investigation of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Its correspondent Ben Thomas reporting President Trump called on the FBI to
Penn State, 13 zip right now.
line of 1 week to check out into the recent allegations, which Kavanaugh has denied. Once that process is completed, and if there is no problem, then the Senate can then move to schedule the vote. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham says it's not up to the Judiciary Committee, though, to decide when somebody gets a Senate floor vote.
It doesn't matter what we say here. This will be up to Senator Schumer and Senator McConnell.
Nearly 200 Democratic lawmakers have legal standing to sue President Trump after a federal court, for the second time, gave the green light for a constitutional lawsuit against the president. It stems from Mr. Trump allegedly violating the Constitution's emoluments provision. More news and analysis, townhall.com.
The Boldest Hour, hosted by COBA President Elias Hussamadine, is back on AM 970 and bolder than ever. Set your radio dial for 11 a.m. this Sunday as they tackle the issues everyone else is afraid to discuss. They'll address the continued rise in jail violence and the mayor and governor's failure to protect correction officers. They'll also discuss the myth of closing Rikers and the city's flawed plan to build a new juvenile detention center in the Bronx. All that and much more. If it's Sunday, it's time for the Boldest Hour.
Hi, Calvin McCullough. Are you struggling with what you see in the mirror? Stubborn belly fat, unwanted weight, dieting, starving yourself? Despite all your efforts, you're still unhappy with what you actually see? My longtime friend, Dr. Melinda Keller, has a weight loss program for you where you can guaranteed to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in just 40 days. No drugs, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. It's all natural and doctor supervised. Call my friend Dr. Keller at the Brooklyn Wellness Center today, 718-234-6212.
Residents and businesses continue to clean up. Supplies are still needed for those who've lost property and possessions, as well as the basics needed for clean water. WaterStop.org founder Mike Hogg says his system of water purification makes it easier for people to access clean water.
The process developed actually takes chlorine and makes a...
After I'll open up, we're going to do picks, but he'll update. I want him to update us again. In baseball, too.
In the Carolinas, officials feared flooding at the top highway bridges and inundate areas that had been flooded from Georgetown County before the Revolutionary War. That has yet to materialize still. Homeowners are expected to end up in hundreds of buildings in the states. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. California is telling automakers that they must still comply with the state's strict vehicle mileage standards, even if President Trump rolls back federal rules.
The action by California Air Resources Board was widely expected. It sets up a lively court battle as the Trump administration follows through with a country California's unique authority to set its own vehicle emission standards. The standards are adopted by 12 other states that account for about a third of vehicle sales in the U.S. Administration officials say weighting the tougher fuel efficiency requirements would make vehicles more affordable, which would get safer cars into consumers' hands more quickly. Patrick Foss reporting.
The Justice Department and Environmental Protection Agency say that Derived Systems of Sanford, Florida sold 363,000 products that violated the Clean Air Act and must pay a $300,000 penalty and spend over $6 million to fix the products so they don't violate the law. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron. It's Sunday evening. Time for Talking Sports. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
All right, we're back for the second hour. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, in the bottom half of this hour, we'll play You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your business and personal insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. Also, programming note here tomorrow, Dolphins Patriots right here on AM 970. The Answer right here at 1 o'clock. Also, as I mentioned before the break, I reached out to the play-by-play guy. He was late, so he may not have seen my tweet and whatever. I wanted to get a little soccer news in Major League Soccer as the Atlanta United come to town to play the Red Bulls in Harrison tomorrow at 1 o'clock at their stadium in Harrison, New Jersey. It's for first place in the Eastern Conference with obviously some playoff ramifications. So we tried to get him. He didn't get back to us, but hopefully before the playoffs start for Major League Soccer, we'll get somebody in here. And also soon we'll get somebody to talk Islanders, Rangers, and Devils hockey. Hockey's about to start. I believe it's this week, the middle of the week, Thursday or so. Hockey gets underway. That's exciting. A lot going on. Later in the show, we'll talk about Jimmy Butler and where he may be getting traded today. And as you know, Rutgers today, they lost again. And what was bothering me on Twitter, they were talking about moral victories again in Piscataway. I think they lost 24-17 to Indiana. But, no more. I'm tired of that. You've had years of moral victories, enough. So, not going to do it. But anyway, let's see what happens. Although, I did read some things from one of the Ledger guys, NJ.coms, that they were competitive today, unlike they had been prior. So we'll go over that. We'll go over the NBA. We'll go over NHL. We got a lot to do. Let me try to get that out. You Can't Stump Marty. We'll get at the bottom half of the hour. All right, let's continue this here with our picks of the NFL. We got Cowboys, a 3-point favorite of the Lions. That's a really good game that I'm going to take the Lions. Okay, any reason, or is he a Cowboy fan? Yeah. Hey, one of those. He's probably like one of those '70s Cowboy guys who got into the Cowboys then. Yeah. In a house where there's a Jets fan. Hey, it's one ring you haven't seen, and it's one ring I haven't seen. All right, we got another doozy. We got the Bears 3-point favorite over the Buccaneers. I like the Bears, by the way. I like the Bears. They got a good team. Nah, he's not playing terrible. Bears. I like the Bears there. Here's another doozy. We got Eagles at the Titans. Eagles 3.5-point favorite at Nashville. What's with the Titans? They looked good in the playoffs last year. What do you mean? The ball bounced off the shoulder pad. He took it in for a touchdown. A great play that was. I think he planned that. That was a great play. All right, we got Seahawks. 3-point favorite, 3.5-point favorite at the Cardinals in Phoenix. Oh, yeah, and what's his nickname you gave him? Chosen Rosen. I'm going with the Seahawks. Okay. Hey, I got no problem with that. We got Raiders at home against the Browns. Now, kind of an interesting game. Gruden doesn't want to lose to the Browns at home.
I'm going to take the Browns in an offensive shootout.
The Browns in an offensive shootout. Wow. Okay. Well, all right. We'll see how that goes. Who am I taking? I'm going to take the Raiders. They got the experience. We got Chargers. Wow. I guess this is because of the quarterback. I got to believe. Chargers are at home. They're a 10.5-point favorite over the 49ers. Who's their backup? The 49ers. Kyle Shanahan must be pulling his hair out. Gosh, that's just. Oh. Well, I was just going to say, would he end up with the 49ers? That would be kind of interesting if he did that. Yeah, we're going to go Chargers there. A great divisional game. This is always a defensive battle. You've got Steelers at home, a 3-point favorite over the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens. Everybody's taking the Ravens. And my favorite night of football, by far, is Monday Night Football. Love Monday Night Football. Oh, that's the Sunday night game, by the way. Is the Ravens? The Monday night game is Chiefs at the Broncos, and the Chiefs are 5-point favorite. Wow.
I'm going with the upset. Denver at home, Monday night, high altitude.
What's the weather going to be like?
I'm going to take Denver in a divisional game.
I'm going to take the Chiefs to well more than cover. But we'll see. Hey, that's what makes predictions, good, because no one knows really what the outcome's going to be. Somebody said to me in fantasy today, I was talking to them, and they said, well, Yahoo said I should score 95 points or whatever. And I looked at them and I went, who cares what Yahoo says? They had me at 105 last week, and I got 72. I mean, it's just crazy how it just doesn't work out. And you had said to me, how are the Dodgers struggling here? They got Machado. It just doesn't work out that way. On paper, it just never works out that way. Right. What happened to Dwight Howard, period? He's played about 5 different teams in 3 seasons. Well, I'll tell you what, though, if you look at his number, he's still a solid 10-10 guy, believe it or not. What team is he on? Oh, he's on the Wizards. How about that? Or they'll get in a fight, one or the other. All right, we'll talk NBA when we come back. We'll talk NHL. Chuck will update us on college football. We'll take a look at what's happening in Major League Baseball. Are we going to have a 1-game playoff for a division crown somewhere in the National League? We're going to find out at least by tomorrow night. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. We'll be right back.
Automotive Diagnostic Services of Whippany, New Jersey, in the heart of Morris County, is your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports. You Can't Stump Marty is brought to you by Brown & Brown Metro. For all of your insurance needs, from homeowners, automobile, workers' comprehensive, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance, visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of You Can't Stump Marty. Don't miss the new afternoon drive show, Cats at Night, with John Catsimatidis. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. exclusively on AM 970, The Answer.
Don't miss breakfast and networking at the Salem Business Breakfast on October 11th at the Wanacue Academic Center. Join Joe Piscopo for a live broadcast and hear Steve Audubato's panel on building relationships featuring Mitchell Modell of Modell Sporting Goods. Get free tickets at am970theanswer.com.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us as the conversation continues about immigration, about our healthcare system. It's all about us. It's all about the truth, whatever it means.
Bill Martinez live, Monday mornings at 12 a.m. on AM 970, The Answer. Don't miss the new afternoon drive show, Cats at Night, with John Catsimatidis. Wednesdays at 5 p.m. exclusively on AM 970, The Answer.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. James Simeone is on the other side of the glass. Chuck's our call screener. We got a lot to do coming up in about 15 minutes or so. We got You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your business and personal insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. And don't forget, for you Syracuse football fans, we'll be here again next Saturday, right here on 970 AM. And on our sister station, you got Army. They'll be playing next Saturday also. And how about Army today? They come out after losing to Oklahoma in a close game last week, went back home and beat Buffalo, unlike what Rutgers could do. And they took care of business and beat Buffalo soundly today, and they did that on 570 AM The Mission, our sister station. Also, did you see that HBO is no longer carrying boxing? No more. That's it for boxing on HBO. They've had fights and fighters including Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Manny Pacquiao, and a ton of others. And every Saturday night for years there was boxing. And what happened to heavyweight boxing? Nobody, when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, when there wasn't even HBO, when you had an Ali fighting against Holmes or Spanks or whatever, ABC or NBC would show the games on a Friday night on broadcast television, and everybody was around the television watching heavyweight boxing. And it just doesn't exist. The last heavyweight fight I remember was Sylvester Stallone taking on whatever in his comeback a few years ago. That's how bad that, it's a non-sport now. Right. Yeah.
And there are good guys now that just not getting the press, obviously. My parents told me, when a fight was on, everyone was watching it. It wasn't
Everyone.
The fight's on, you're like, yeah.
And there was no cable television. Right.
That was the fight.
Right.
Cable could have killed boxing.
Could have.
You have everything else to watch. Maybe you don't want to watch somebody get their face beat in. You also didn't want to pay to watch Mike Tyson knock somebody out in the first round.
Right.
I'm not saying he's responsible.
Right.
But my parents were telling me they went to a big somebody's house. Guy went to go get popcorn, missed the entire fight. His house.
And obviously the MMA has really had an impact on that, a big impact on that. So you see what happens, but that's like the days gone by is heavyweight boxing now. So kind of a shame, and HBO obviously figured it was time to kind of move on with that. Did you see? Jimmy Butler this is still going on with him with the Wolves, and now the Houston Rockets are trying to step up and try to acquire him. Something's with Jimmy Butler. And by the way, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true that he possibly had some hanky-panky with the guy who got signed last week, Towns, with his wife or something. Somebody told me, and that there was a. Yeah, I don't know how true that is. I don't want to throw that out. But anyway, we got a call on line one. We got the Yankee fan. We got Walter in the Bronx. Walter, you're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. What's happening, Walter? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the call. You ready for you ready for baseball on Wednesday with your Yankees? Is that a day game or night game? Did they decide what is that? It's not a day game, is it? Yeah. You're right. How dare me not even think anything like that? You're right. That's right. You're absolutely how stupid of me. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. But it's good for baseball, though. I mean, that's at least it has a little juice to it, and right adds a little juice to it, and So what do you think? What are the Yankees going to do about a starter on Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just a big believer. It's always going to come down to pitching and defense in the postseason. But we're gonna find out. But I'd certainly and I'm kind of rooting for the Oakland a little bit too because I love underdogs. They're not supposed to be here, and they got the little payroll. Hey Walter, I got to move on, but we'll talk to you next week, and good luck with your Yankees this Wednesday. Okay, thanks for listening and thanks for the call. All right, you're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. We still got a lot more to do. We got You Can't Stump Marty on the bottom of the hour. Should be a doozy. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 877-970-2999. I'm John Friedman. We got a lot more to go. I want to hear from you. We'll be right back. Well, I guess my philosophy wasn't right.
Was that?
The 9 to 11 wasn't right, which is good.
Yes, this is good. Good. I just think it takes time for people to hear the show.
Yeah.
They want to call in and out. So it'll be good. We'll have a full call list every time. I'm going to kick Chuck out.
Let us see if we can get you out of pain too at relieffactor.com.
The September Book of the Month giveaway from Regnery Publishing.
What am I going to do here?
Want to talk about any preview right before, maybe?
Yeah, but didn't you also have something you wanted to tell me, son? You mentioned son.
I meant Yelich with.
Yeah.
Also, I think we should mention that dude that threw that bomb at Stanton from the Green Monster.
Yeah.
What a throw!
I haven't seen it, but I liked it. Yeah, you'll tell me about it. Also, I think David Wright's out of the game. Yeah, you'll let us know he's been taken out. Did he get a hit tonight or anything? Over. All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line. 877-970-2999. That's 877-970-2999. Models.com. Also, you hear during the show we have a sponsor called ADS Automotive. And if you care about your car, especially for the people in Jersey and Morris County, Essex County, Passaic County, bringing your car to my man Frank. If you care about your car and you're diligent like your car, like I am, and you got to have a relationship with somebody that you can trust, my man at Frank at ADS Automotive gets it done for you. He tells you what's wrong. He gets it done. No shenanigans over there, especially when Johnny uses them. You know, it's important to me. I know a little bit about cars. So, you know, I'm giving you the good read and it's great that they're a sponsor here. But as I always tell people, I don't take sponsors onto our show if I don't believe in the product. So, and that's a real important thing to me. So, just wanted to fill you in on that, and we're real happy to have them, like all of our sponsors, as part of the show. Chuck, he's busy, Chuck, online. So, we got a caller. I'm all confused of what I want to do here. I'll tell you what were you telling me about Yelich, by the way, James?
Right now, he is a home run and 3 RBIs away from the Triple Crown, which...
That would be awesome.
I know that it just recently happened, and, it kills the excitement a little bit, but it's still a fairly big deal. He's a wrap for MVP if he gets it for sure, right?
Well, first of all, I think he's a wrap for the MVP in the National League anyway.
Is there anyone close?
What a trade. The Miami Marlins shipped him to Milwaukee as a fire sale.
For him, man, getting out of there. I mean, he didn't get to it himself. This is all, don't forget, it's all part of the Derek Jeter plan.
And you know what's even nicer is playing in a market like he does, which is very quiet, that he's being... But he's also being recognized in a small market as an MVP. And that's a big compliment to him. And by the way, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, and he's the leader. By the way, the steroid guy in Milwaukee, he's not the main guy there anymore. He's a good player. Braun's a good player.
But I'm just curious. I know the steroids is a topic we can go on forever about, but I'm just curious, do you always look at guys differently immediately after? Like, even if they're off them, and if they play well, do you just think to yourself, I don't trust it?
Well, I think that there's always a cloud hanging over that player, and he handled his one terribly. I mean, he even lied to his good friend Aaron Rodgers, by the way.
I remember the press conference. It
And
was so sad to listen to.
come on, we're a forgiving country. I mean, seriously, you know.
A-Rod's on TV right now. Right? That man has no business being on TV, especially because he cheated twice.
He's got a lot of money, though.
I can't stand him.
You got any updates for us there, Chuck? We got college scores. We got a lot of baseball.
Sure. Milwaukee is actually tied with the Tigers 5-5 in the bottom of the sixth.
Wow.
And the Rockies are down 5-1 to the Nationals at the top of the fourth.
Wow.
They're tied what? With who?
With the Nationals. Right. So.
No, the Rockies are losing.
Right, so they could be the Dodgers and Colorado could be tied going into Sunday. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then you have Milwaukee and the Cubs. What's the deal there?
If Milwaukee wins tonight, they're tied with the Cubs going into tomorrow.
That would be so good. That's beautiful. I mean that
Divisions being decided.
that's baseball right there. So. And I'm glad it's. And by the way, it's chilly in New York City today. By the way, I'm wearing a little bit of sweater tonight and got some jeans on, and in the 60s tonight. So we're getting ready for some fall baseball. How about that? And I get to sit back and watch my Atlanta Braves. Just kind of, I'm playing with house money.
You're not looking for. I mean, you want a championship.
We don't have the pitching to get through a postseason. Right, and they don't have enough of the pitching to get through a postseason. But their best players or best pitchers are still in the minor leagues, so it's coming for them. So I get to sit back and just rest. You know how stressed out I'm gonna be. Oh, I can't wait to sit back and watch that game, the Yankee game, as a non-Yankee. And a little bit of me is gonna be rooting for the A's a little bit. I love underdogs. I can't help it. My teams and me have been underdogs our whole life, right? You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call. We got a half hour to go. You Can't Stump Marty coming up after the break. I'm John Friedman. You're listening to Talking Sports on 970 The Answer in the Big Apple, New York City. We'll be right back.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
There only the one caller tonight?
I guess he should ask. Those two.
He's gonna somebody else is calling.
Okay.
16-year-old Timmy Oyegola was playing basketball a week ago in Brownsville when he was struck in the head by a bullet and died. Police say it's likely another person playing basketball on that same court was the intended target. At the time, authorities saying a pair of men fled the scene shortly thereafter. This suspect, identified as a member of an East New York gang. James Slobin, NBC News Radio, New York.
Family and friends have been gathering outside of Bronx School to remember a teenager who was stabbed to death in class a year ago. Matthew McCree's mother was one of the many consoling friends and family as she talked about what it's been like in the years since her son was killed by a fellow classmate at the Urban Assembly School for Wildlife Conservation. The 15-year-old was allegedly stabbed to death by Abel Cedeno. Cedeno claims McCree and some other students have been bullying him. He's been charged with manslaughter and is awaiting trial. In sports action, the Yankees beat the Red Sox 8-5. Miami and the Mets scoreless in the bottom of the sixth. Major League Soccer, Minnesota leading NYC FC 2-0 in the first half. Time to check the traffic now. Construction on the truck lanes of the New Jersey Turnpike northbound after exit 12. On the George Washington Bridge into the city on the upper level, emergency construction closing the left lane of the Rampton and Palisades Parkway. It's a 25-minute delay, 15 for the lower deck. London looks fine either way. Holland at 15 in the outbound direction. And on the Belt Parkway, a crash in the left lane westbound to the Van Dyke. Also in New Jersey, one lane blocked in East Rutherford, Route 3 westbound to the western spur of the New Jersey Turnpike due to an accident. Heavy blaze from Meadowland Parkway. You never know how not to go. The weather forecast for tonight. Clear skies, low 50, 55 degrees. Sunday mostly sunny and 70. Monday sunshine, high 75 degrees. And Tuesday mostly sunny, warmer, high of 80. Dave Paddock, AM 970, The Answer.
Automotive Diagnostic Services of Whippany, New Jersey, in the heart of Morris County, is your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who want your business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0677.
Joey again?
ADS Automotive is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
Can I get him after the segment or what?
When you or a family member's in an accident,
For Stump Marty. So maybe have him the third person for Stump Marty.
Oh, he wants Stump Marty?
Yeah. So
Okay, if that's what he wants to do. Just let him know. Marty should know. Tell Marty that we have another caller to stump him.
you got 10 seconds before we start.
if it's an accident, then you need to call Bramnick at 1-877-423.
Virginia and the Upper East Side. That's her. Okay.
223-4878 or at johnbramnick.com.
It's time for You Can't Stump Marty. Brought to you by Brown & Brown Metro. For all of your insurance needs. From homeowners, automobile, workers' comprehensive, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of You Can't Stump Marty.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Time for You Can't Stump Marty, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your business and personal insurance needs, go to bbmetro.com. And let's go to Marty S., who joins us from, I guess, maybe his home in Livingston. Where are you joining us from there, Marty? Oh, and a good luck to you. Chaksamayach to you too. Well, a sook is what, we call it. My old neighbor called it a hut a few years ago when she said, called me in the office, says, your hut's in my backyard. Would you mind coming home and getting it? We are weirdos. How was your week, Marty? How about that?
We're steamrolling. We got, those Red Sox are not good. They're gonna be a little scared of us once we get there.
Well, now you got Oakland first. Now
We'll never see you guys. Don't worry about it. We're never gonna play the break.
all right, you mean because you won't get that far, or?
You won't get that. It's like the minor leagues, not even nationally.
Yeah, we it is the minor league. We know how to bunt. We did talk about CC today. We absolutely did. That. All right, let's play the game here. You ready to see if these we got callers we got at least 4 callers lined up to try to stump you. So if you stump Marty, you'll get a T-shirt that says "I stumped Marty" on Talking Sports on 970 AM. So let's go to is that Sal in Brooklyn? Sal in Brooklyn, can you stump Marty?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Marty, first I want to say I love this segment of the show. I've been tuning in the last 6 weeks since you've been on in New York. And brother, you know your sport. If memory serves me, back in 2005, ESPN had a great trivia show they called Stuff Schwab, starring Howie Schwab. That was a great show. I went on for 30 minutes. You should be on at least 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. The late the.
You really had to know your sport. And you too, brother. I respect that about you. You expanded into the New York market. It's not that easy. New Jersey is one thing. New York is another animal. Farmers out there like in New Jersey, we know our sport.
All right, Sal, you got Sal. Yeah, Sal. No, I'm not a golfer. I'm certainly not a golfer. All right, go ahead, Sal. What you got? Can you? Sal, go ahead. Sal, you got a question for Marty? I gotta tell you something, Sal. By the way, for a guy, hey, Sal, wait, I did, but I gotta tell you, for a guy who's complaining if I don't know about New York sports, that's the question you're asking? That's a basic question. We got. All right. Yeah. Sal. Well, here's your New York mark. Sal. Hey. Okay, Sal. Sal. Here's your. Okay. Hey, Sal. Let me leave you with this. You're not getting a T-shirt. All right. Let's go to Virginia in the Upper East Side. Virginia, can you stump Marty?
Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Marty. How are you?
Thanks for the call. I don't know they love me or they love you. What's happening, Virginia? Can you stump Marty?
I don't know. Actually, I was listening to the caller before. His name was Sal. And I think with a little work, maybe he could get his own afternoon show. Sal. The guy you were just talking to from Brooklyn. He definitely is. I think he's maybe, actually, with a little work, he might make a wonderful host.
All right, you got a question, Virginia?
I like you, Jonathan, but, listen, there's a lot of competition out there. Sounds like he has a full New York City spirit.
Okay. I'm just a redneck. All right, let's go. Ask your question.
Sure. Okay, Marty, here's my question. What Braves catcher was named MVP of the 2010 All-Star Game?
Oh, I know that. Former Yankee, too, I believe. I believe. I do know it. Would you like me to answer it? Brian McCann? Brian McCann?
That is correct.
Take that, Sal in Brooklyn.
That's amazing. I'm amazed at everyone's memory.
Well, as long, take that, Sal. If you didn't hear me, take that, Sal. You don't think I know anything.
There you go.
All right, Virginia. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you for the call. I want to get you a T-shirt, but I got to get somebody. I got to get somebody stumping. All right, Virginia, thank you for the call. Let's go to. We got one more, Marty. Actually, we got two more. Let's go to Aaron in Manhattan. Hey, Aaron, can you stump Marty?
Hey, Jonathan. Good boss, Marty. Good morning.
What's happening, Aaron? Oh, thanks for the call. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Of course. Listen every week. It's a great program.
Can you stump Marty?
I'm going to stump Marty. I want to sweeten the pot here, okay? If I stump you, I want not only I want to stump the Marty hoodie. We're going to sweeten it. You get this right, I will buy you a plate of chopped liver at any restaurant you want in New York.
Wow.
You get it wrong, you take me at all you can eat. And I can go up as many times as I want to the buffet.
That's worth it. Second Avenue Deli? Is that all right? All right, let's go. You got it. All right, let's go ask your question. Let's get them. Let's go.
In the 1994 strike-shortened MLB season, who were the AL and NL MVPs?
I know the NL. Wait. Can I? If Marty, if you can't take a crack at the National, I got it. I think. Does you want me to give it the National? I'll do National. Vladimir Guerrero. Is that true?
No way, guys.
No?
Jeff Bagwell
Jeff Bagwell and
and Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas. Well, wait a minute. You mean going, but there was no MVPs.
Oh, but there were.
Well, what do you mean they were? They went on strike.
Yeah, but they still awarded MVPs.
I got one idea. You call back next week with a real question.
Come on, Aaron. You got to bring it. You got to bring it, Aaron. All right, Aaron. You got to call back. I can't give you the shirt based on that one. And if I find out they were awarded the league, then we're going to get you out a shirt. All right, Marty, stay on the line. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, I think we got another caller that wants to stump Marty. Can I give away a darn T-shirt? I spent all the money on these darn T-shirts already. Can't get them away. You're listening to Talking Sports. We'll be back with Marty in just a minute. You're on 970 AM. The Answer with me, John Friedman. We'll be right back.
By the way, Aaron is correct.
Wow. Based on a half a season?
You want me to get his information?
Oh, yeah.
T-shirt?
And I'll come back on the thing, yeah.
Well, let's try to keep this to at least 52. Then we'll take a break, come back, and we'll be quick. It'll be a quick last segment.
All right. If we didn't have to go to Joey, then I'd be all right.
Right. We just go to Joey.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
It's a great question.
But why would they do that? Why would they have awards?
How short was the season?
Ended in July.
Oh, wait. They started it and ended it in July.
Well, it went on strike in July.
Oh, they went strike prior. Oh.
No, they played baseball, and they couldn't get an agreement in July, and they walked.
I did not know
The Expos had a 6-game lead in the National League East that year. That's why I said Vladimir Guerrero.
Right.
Starts the process to stop the demand letter, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation. Call 800-890-0144. 800-890-0144. 800-890-0144. Optima Tax Relief.
30 seconds.
Details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is today's entertainment answer. Hey guys, are you Yeti for the must-see animated comedy Smallfoot? Because it's coming to theaters September 28th. Now imagine a village of Yetis that think that humans are the myth.
Everyone knows that a Smallfoot isn't real.
Our hero Weagle sets out on an adventure to prove the Smallfoot are real. So get ready, Yeti, for Smallfoot. Rated PG, theaters September 28th. For this entertainment answer, I'm Matt Noel.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports. We're in the middle of a You Can't Stump Marty segment, brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your personal and business insurance needs, you go to bnbmetro.com. And we did give away a T-shirt. And if we have Marty on the line, Marty, those two guys were awarded MVP in a half a season. We looked it up here. I can't believe that. How do you base that on a half a season? And the only reason why I said Vladimir Guerrero was because the Montreal Expos had a 6-game lead in the National League East when they went to the strike. All right, we got another caller. You ready, Marty? So we did give away a T-shirt. Congratulations to Aaron in Manhattan. I apologize, Aaron. That was a good one. Kind of a tricky one where he kind of threw a curveball because of the strike. But give him the credit. We got to be on our toes with those kind of questions. All right, let's go to, we got one in Brooklyn. We got Joey in Brooklyn. Hey, Joey, can you stump Marty?
I'm going to try, John.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
This guy Sal, he might have been born in Brooklyn for about 5 days.
Yeah, that's right. He's better than and he could do my job here with no problem at all. Go ahead. Let's get him there. Let's get him 2 of them, Joey. Let's go.
NBA, 5 retired NBA players average 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. I'll give you 4 to not stretch it out. Oscar Robertson, Jerry West.
In total, Marty, in the history of the NBA, since they've been keeping records. Right.
Their retired total career number. 5 of them average 20 points per career, 4 rebounds,
Oh, you know that, Marty. It's your team. I'm going to take a guess that it's Clyde Frazier. Okay. Who is it? Is it Jordan? Oh, give the. Will. Mmm. Yeah. Wow. I did not know that. I did not know that. No. Wow. Who is it? Pete Maravich. Oh, that's a good one. Or most of his career with the Jazz, but yeah. Wow, great question. Yeah. He's asking, what do you think with me with my Atlanta teams? Yeah, Marty. All right, hey, congratulations, Joey, congratulations. Hold on, they're going to get your information. Marty, you got stumped twice tonight. Marty, thank you. We got to take a break. Thank you, buddy. Thanks. We'll see you next week. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. We'll be right back.
Perfect.
That was the best Marty segment.
By far.
Yep.
Get those t-shirts lined up.
Yeah, I got to order them.
Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. If you're seeking friendly service from folks who love the business, look no further than ADS Automotive. Go to adsautomotive.com or give them a call at 973-887-0679.
It helped having the other two guys tonight.
Talking sports. We all know the secret to the best Italian food is the sauce. And no one has sauce as good as Michael's of Brooklyn. Their sauce is made from scratch, using only the best ingredients. But don't take our word for it. Stop at any of your local supermarkets and pick up a jar, or listen to the Joe Piscopo Morning Show every Wednesday for a chance to win a whole case of Michael's delicious, authentic, and fresh sauce. You can also enter online at am970theanswer.com. That's am970theanswer.com. Good luck.
All right, we're back for the final moments of the show. Been a good one. How about that, Marty? You Can't Stump Marty, which is brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all your personal and business needs, go to bnbmetro.com. And I'm so happy I gave away 2 shirts today. We got their information. Congratulations to Aaron in Manhattan. And congratulations to Joey in Brooklyn. 2 tough questions. Aaron's question was a curveball. I'm surprised they gave postseason. So I'm assuming there was a Cy Young Award winner that year. And I mean, that's kind of crazy, but hey, you talk about trying to, find something that's going to stump them. Good job. And then Joey's question was, if you think about it, good question and kind of basic. Pete Maravich. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, no, he could score. Yeah. Well, he played probably a good 10 seasons or so with New Orleans and the Jazz in Utah. Oh, great player. I mean, he was the guy, and we talked about it before. He was the guy who looked like he was hot dogging, but he executed. Unbelievable. Yeah.
1994 NL Cy Young Award.
Yeah. The 94 Randy Johnson? Who? Really? But that's just crazy. They didn't play all year. It's kind of dumb to give awards. What was Maddox's ERA? I bet you it was like in the 1 something.
1.56 in 25 starts.
Maddox was just so good. I mean, but Maddox was just what a player he was. Hey, did you see where there was an article that these Knicks fans are really hoping that Kyrie Irving comes to the Knicks, and he's come out and said, listen, I'm a Boston Celtic right now. I've got the Celtics to focus on in the offseason. And by the way, the Celtics, if he has a healthy year, the Celtics can sign him to more money than anybody else can.
I know it's about living where you want to live and being with who you want to be with, but I can't imagine you walking away from a championship team like the Celtics. The Warriors will not win forever.
They won't, but the Celtics are good. They got a lot of pressure on them, the Celtics this year. They got a great squad, though. Oh, I think he's ready. I think he's ready. Philadelphia should have taken him. What a mistake. Although this other guy's playing a lot in preseason, I noticed. He did a jump shot. So, real quickly, let me just quickly look over soccer real quick. I tried to get a guy on tonight. We didn't make it happen, but we'll